The UDA ticket, Enoch Andanje, dies at a Widows Empowerment Forum. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. Let's get this show started. We kick it off from some catastrophic news where somber mood hanged over the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital morgue, where families gathered to collect the bodies of their loved ones following a tragic road accident along the Kisumu-Kakamega Highway. The August 8th crash claimed 26 lives. 22 of the bodies were confirmed to be among those that were lying at the facility's morgue. Most of the victims hail from the Nyakach-Koguta area, and their families arrived to begin the painful process of identification and transport for burial. The accident is among the deadliest in the region and has left an entire community in mourning. Grieving relatives could be seen comforting each other, some still in disbelief at the sudden loss of life. The accident occurred at the Coptic roundabout just outside Kisumu City when a school bus belonging to Naki AIC High School reportedly lost control, veered off the road and plunged into a ditch.
Walikuwa wamezaliwa wasichana watatu, sasa mmoja amekufa, wamebaki wawili. Na alikuwa ameacha watoto watatu wasichana na bado ni wachanga sana.
Mamangu na yeye ndiye alikuwa anatuprovide anything. So tumebaki too lonely. Hatuna mtu wa kutusaidia, naomba tu serikali. Baba alikufa 2021.
I mean, what a huge loss to the people of Kisumu County. We empathize, we condole with the families and friends, and we hope that they can soon heal. Elsewhere, former Bungoma High School principal and the UDA party aspirant for the Malava constituency seat, Enoch Andanje, has passed away. Andanje passed away on Friday morning in Kakamega County after he reportedly collapsed while attending a Widows Empowerment Forum presided over by the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi. Reports indicate that Andanje succumbed while being rushed to the hospital after efforts to resuscitate him proved futile. Witnesses further revealed that the aspirant had just arrived at the event when he developed complications while alighting from his vehicle, prompting immediate intervention from those who were around him.
Nimepata ujumbe ambao sio mzuri sana kwa sababu tulipopanga siku hii kwamba tutakuwa hapa, nimepata ujumbe kwamba mmoja wetu Dr. Enoch Msambai Andanje alipokuwa akijipanga aje hapa ameaga dunia. So kwa heshima yake ningependa sote tusimame tupeane heshima kwa dakika moja.
I mean, at this point, you don't even know what to tell the family because this is such a sudden death, and especially, you know, at the height of campaigns. And he was looking forward to take over after Malulu Injendi, the late Malava Member of Parliament. And we send out our condolences to the family. Now, to some breaking news tonight, where Kericho County Governor Eric Mutai has been impeached by members of the County Assembly for the second time, following a chaotic session on Friday. The impeachment motion, which was moved by Sigowet Member of County Assembly Kiprotich Rogony, received overwhelming support with a total of 33 MCAs voting in favor of removing the governor from office. Chaos erupted in the assembly immediately after the speaker confirmed that Mutai had been impeached. Details on the specific reasons for the impeachment and the nature of the chaos are still emerging. Now, this marks the second time Governor Mutai has faced impeachment proceedings. A total of 33 out of 47 MCAs voted in favor of the motion to remove Mutai from office, while 14 voted against it.
Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai by impeachment. Honorable Speaker, I beg, with the support of the members of the County Assembly of Kericho, that is the County Assembly, whose names, signatures I have annexed here too as Annexure 1, to move the motion for impeachment of His Excellency Honorable Eric Kipkoech Mutai, the Governor of Kericho County for
order.
That is the money that goes to a ward like that one we've talked about, Mr. Speaker. And that is wrong because one, Mr. Speaker, in law there is what we call jural correlatives. Where we have a right, there is a duty. The people I represent have a right to water, to roads, and anything. It is the duty of the governor to ensure the people of Sigawet are given all those things because they voted for us. Mr. Speaker, through this fund, I can confirm, and we have the report here, that Honorable Anita alone benefited in all the 4 projects in one financial year. We also have Honorable Dominic Mutai, who is a very good friend of the governor. He ended up getting close to 2 projects from Floka, both environment and water. The Honorable Dr. Naman Rop, who I'm aware is related to the governor, got 3 projects from the fund. Now, Mr. Speaker, where would you get that when Honorable
Order, Honorable you know, when you make such allegations.
President William Ruto has challenged his competitors to explain to Kenyans their agenda instead of engaging in politics of sloganeering and insults ahead of 2027. The head of state, who was speaking at State House when he met Kisii and Nyamira grassroots leaders, said he has a plan for Kenya, while his critics have none. President William Ruto has been on a charm offensive, meeting grassroots leaders in various counties in a bid to consolidate his support bases ahead of the 2027 polls.
Honorable members, I now put a question. Whereas many are of the opinion that the Omugusi community supports Honorable Samoei William Ruto up to 2032, say aye. Whereas many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. Their eyes have it.
Hii Kenya ilichelewa miaka nyingi kwa sababu viongozi are not accountable. Mtu hawezi kusimama vile nimesimama hapa na kusema tulikubaliana hii siku ya uchaguzi, hapa ndio nimefikisha. Maneno tu ni na siasa tu ya bure. Slogan hapa, oh Ruto must go, oh sijui nini. Wewe hiyo ni upumbavu bwana. Wewe sema Ruto amefanya kufikisha hapa. Mimi niko na mpango bora kuliko huyu. Nitafanya hivi na kufikisha pale. Wananchi wataamua. Ama namna gani? Yes. That is the politics we want. Sio ati siasa tu ya hewa ya kupigisha watu story alafu unajaribu kupumbaza watu. Kelele kidogo alafu ati uchaguliwe. How? Tunaelewana? Nasikizeni. Unajua mimi niliamua nifanye hii kazi kwa sababu I have no excuse not to do it. I have no reason not to do it.
The National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has defended the National Government Constituencies Development Fund, NGCDF, saying it remains vital for grassroots and national development despite calls for its abolition. Speaking during the launch of a newly constructed tuition block at St. Veronica Range School in Bungoma County, Wetangula said the fund has transformed the education sector over the past 2 decades by improving infrastructure and the quality of learning. Wetangula says Parliament had anchored the fund in the Constitution. In addition, he urged the Luhya Nation to back President William Ruto in 2027.
We also want to make Ranje an educational hub. Kwa sababu tuna ECD, ingawa hiyo ECD, unaona vile tunasema CDF inafanya kazi, unaona CDF, naona ECD vile iko. Ili mtu akitoka kwa ECD class, anaenda primary, anaenda secondary, anaenda university, na ndio kwa sababu tunataka tuweke kanisa hapa pia, so that we can have holistic education for our people.
Wakati koti ilisema CDF haina msingi wa kikatiba, huyu wa Mnyinyi ndiye tulisaidia akaweka mswada bungeni kuweka NGCDF kwa sababu yeye alikuwa mwenyekiti wa CDF. Na ukisunguka kila mahali, mijengo kama hii kutokana na pesa za CDF, prudent use of public resources can be explained through NG-CDF.
We want to tell you, as a community, as a region, our unity is not an option. Lazima tuungane, tupendane, tutembee pamoja, ndio Wakenya wengine waone faida ya kufanya kazi na sisi. Tukishikana vizuri, tuungane, tufanye kazi na wenzetu. William Ruto akimaliza tamu yake ya pili, sisi tuko hapo. Na katika uongozi, ukitaka kuongoza lazima wewe pia ukubali kuongozwa. Tusaidiane na wengine ili tukitaka wao pia watusaidie. Na hatukuji tu hapa kusema maneno ovyo ovyo. Record speaks for itself.
Gathoni wa Mushomba has accused the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen of failing to deliver justice for 42 bodies, which she alleges were those of women found at the Kware dump site in July last year. Speaking after her suspension from Parliament for 20 days, Wamushomba accused the House of sidelining women issues, saying her questions on the Kware killings were blocked. She faulted the government for downplaying femicide and called for the Interior CS Murkomen's resignation and decried the lack of progress in identifying victims or the progress in arresting the missing suspect, Collins Juma Halaisi.
CS Murkomen's failure to aggressively pursue the perpetrators of the Kware femicide cases not only demonstrates contempt of the victims, but also reinforces the pattern that, under the current government watch, perpetrators of femicide can kill women and traumatize family with impunity. Speaker Wetangula's decision to act against myself rather than holding CS Murkomen accountable for failing to fulfill his constitutional duty to safeguard internal security further perpetuate this pattern of contempt against women's rights.
Not once, Mheshimiwa wa Mushomba, not twice, not 3 times. I cannot tell you how many times I have been chased from Senate because of speaking up for women and holding that mantle. That is in the public domain. Kwa hivyo ndio wamekuanzia. Na sisi tunasema wakufukuze tena na tena na tena, because that is what we want to see as women. Someone who is standing up and speaking for us in those spaces. Ama sivyo? Hatutaki maneno ya flower girls. Hatutaki maneno wanasema ya slay queens. Hatutaki maneno wanasema ya wale wameenda bunge pale kwa sababu wanaongea maneno ya ambayo wanaambiwa ongea. Tunataka mtu atasimama na aseme this is wrong, regardless of whether they'll be chased out or not. So my sister wa Mushomba, tuko na wewe.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki closed out the devolution conference on its final day in Homa Bay County after 4 days of discussions around devolution. The second in command decried what he termed as political intolerance turning into violent extremism, especially around national issues that Kenyans and the political class disagree on. Final speakers of the day included the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi and the Chair of the Council of Governors, Wajir County Governor Ahmed Abdullahi.
It is not fair, it is unjust, because this money belongs to people who will one time retire. And when people retire, they want to go home with something. You are killing the future of individuals, some people in the country. So please, whatever it takes, we must now start the culture of remitting all deductions to where they should be remitted.
Of the human rights-based approach, placing people at the heart of every development plan. Today, this morning, we had the Financing Equity and Inclusion Day. We have been challenged to ask the hard questions. How do we sustainably fund the devolution dream, from exploring how counties can unlock access to finance medium, small, micro enterprises, to tackling matters of equitable division of revenue between the two levels of government. The conversations were solution-driven.
Violence and extreme behavior that is processed through violent means. Therefore, violent extremism today is not around religious fundamentalism only, but we are witnessing also political intolerance and extremism, where disagreements on national issues, including national problems, are processed through violent behavior. That, in my very humble submission, fellow Kenyans, poses grave danger to the sustainability of Kenya and Africa as we move to the 21st century.
Leaders allied to former Deputy President and the Democracy for the Citizens Party leader Rigathi Gachagua have challenged President William Ruto's administration to arrest him if it dares once he returns from the United States. Speaking at a public rally in Kajiado County, the leaders accused the government of attempting to intimidate the opposition, insisting that freedom of expression is enshrined in the Constitution. They vowed that they would not be silenced or threatened for speaking out against this administration. The remarks come just a day after Gachagua cut short his U.S. tour to focus on upcoming by-elections in Kenya, signaling a renewed wave of political activity from the opposition camp.
Ati anasema Rigiji akitoka ng'ambo ati watamshika. Umesikia hiyo? Umesikia hiyo? Tutakubali hiyo maneno? Kenya iko na katiba na mtu ako na uhuru ya kuzungumza. Na tumesema Murkomen, ulisema uliongea na Al-Shabaab kule juu. Wewe enda andikisha statement, wachana na Rigiji. Rais William Samoei Ruto, tunajua wewe ndio unatuma Murkomen. Lakini tunakuheshimu, lakini hatukuogopi. Mtakubaliana na jambo kama hilo? Mtakubaliana? Ajaribu. Ataona kila atawaiona maisha yake. Mimi kama senator wa Kajiado, siku ile Rigiji atapata nafasi ya kuja Kenya, hii ni nchi yake, hapa ni kwake, na sisi watu wa Kajiado tunasema hatutakubaliana na wewe. Hebu jaribu mshike mheshimiwa Rigiji, tutaonana na wewe kwa hapo.
All right, on that note, we take a quick breather right here on EBN Weekend Edition. Stay with us, don't go anywhere, we'll be back shortly. Now, 2 children have drowned at an apartment swimming pool in Nyali during a holiday swim, leaving residents in shock and in grief. The victims, identified as 13-year-old Aisha and 7-year-old Hamthi, reportedly drowned after venturing into the deeper section of the pool. Speaking to the media, distraught residents blamed the pool management for failing to provide designated instructors or clear signage separating the baby pool from the deep end. They now demand accountability from the management, citing negligence and inadequate safety measures as contributing factors to the tragedy.
Kulikuwa na negligence kubwa sana. Hapajaonekana security pale. Hapajaonekana life saver pale. Ya kuelekeza watoto wasiingie pale, waingie kwa ile watoto, ama wazuie watoto wasiingie kabisa kama hakuna ya watoto, ama hiyo ni deep kiwango gani watoto hawajui. Msichana mmoja ule mkubwa Aisha alikuwa mwaka 13 na Hamdi alikuwa mwaka 7. Watoto walipata kuingia kwa ile swimming pool, ilikuwa very deep. Hapo ndo walipotelea kwa maji. Tukapatwa na mkasa ya kupoteza roho 2 kwa mahali moja.
Watoto si kuona mtu karibu nao, hata watakuja baadaye. Ni baadaye hiyo. Maana uko karibu hivi mambo singetendeka hivi. Hata mtu mkubwa angepiga mayowe makubwa zaidi tukajua kweli hapa kuna shida. Lakini kelele kwanza watoto, unajua watu wanacheza kawaida kumbe wanaumia.
Kabla tukio lifanyike dakika kama 10-15 nilikuwa karibu na mjengo ikifanyika. Hiyo situation venye imekaa, tumeona watoto wakielea kwa swimming pool. Over suddenly tukabidi tupige kelele kwa majirani, at least tupate usaidizi, either iwe soja au ni medi, at least atoke asaidie watoto. Unfortunately watoto wakapata usaidizi kuchelewa.
Na tutareview the CCTV. Nini ilifanyika hasa na mpaka watoto wakafa. Tutaangalia hiyo CCTV nini ilitendeka na tuweze kuona kwamba hatua imechukuliwa kwa wale hawakuweka ile mambo yanatakana.
na ni kitu ambayo inaonekana kuna shida mahali fulani. And this time around tunataka heads must roll. Somebody somewhere should take responsibility.
A woman and her child were killed and others injured after a donkey-drawn cart they were riding hit an explosive device near the Mandera border. Reports indicate that the donkeys stepped on a landmine-like device which detonated as the family was returning home from the farm. Authorities note that this is not the first incident involving donkey carts in the Mandera region. In January this year, a similar explosion in Inabari claimed the life of a police officer, while another incident occurred last year in Elwak. Security officials say investigations into the latest explosion are ongoing.
Si mtu Mkenya alimuua, ni mtu mwenye ametoka gambo ingine ndo ameua huyu mtu. Na tena hajatumia rasasi, ametumia hii. These things. Na nyinyi mnajua. Hata mimi sijui juu mimi si askari. Hii ndio alikufa kwa huyo mama. Two, all young children wako hapa, vijana, wamama, kazi yao ni hii shamba, wafanyi kazi ingine. Ile shamba kwenda, hii kitu imejaa.
Tuma serikali yetu message, pamoja serikali ya Somalia, hii watu waondolewe hapa. Tulisema mara mingi sana, sio mara moja, mara mbili. Mara kadhaa tulisema, our MCA is here, our leaders wako hapa, governor, MB, Roba hata jana aliongea seneta yetu. Sisi tulishinda kujua kwa nini hii watu iko hapa.
Now to sports. Ahead of Sunday's clash between Zambia and Kenya, Kenya has intensified efforts to sensitize the public on the dangers of stadium invasion and security breaches during the CHAN 2024 tournament co-hosted between Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda. President William Ruto also weighed in on the conversation, calling on fans who are not able to access the stadium to watch the game to head over to various fan bases and watch the match.
Wamepewa bonuses na His Excellency the President, isiwe Jumapili twende tuwaharibie tena pale Kasarani Stadium. Tutaki kuwe na sanctions zingine za CAF. Nyinyi mnataka tuzuiliwe kucheza finali hapa? Mnataka tunyimwe Harambee Stars kuendelea to big competitions? Si mnataka tu host AFCON 2027? Kwa hivyo naomba tuwe na nidhamu.
Jumapili tuko na mechi kati ya Kenya na Zambia pale Kasarani. Mimi nawaomba wa Kenya, tafadhali tusichome mechi. Tuhakikishe ya kwamba tuko na taratibu kufuatana na sheria ya CAF. Na nimeambia kaunti ya Nairobi na wizara ya michezo waweke fan bases. Tutaweka cameras, tutaweka mahali wananchi katika city, sehemu tofauti tofauti, ili wale ambao hawawezi kufika Kasarani kwa sababu hakuna nafasi, pia wapate nafasi ya kuona mechi hiyo in different parts of the city and country. Kwa hivyo, I want to tell all fans, the people of Kenya, you have done a tremendous job supporting and cheering Harambee Stars. But we have to do it within the parameters of what is allowed by CAF. And therefore, I'm asking everybody to be restrained. Those who can make it to Kasarani because they have tickets, they must also be orderly. And those who cannot make it to Kasarani, we are going to make it possible for you to watch from other parts of the city.
Important message from the head of state as well as the FKF, because ukichoma game, then we are not able to go to Kasarani anymore or Nyayo to catch a quarter-final match or a semi-final or even the final. So if you do not have a ticket, go to one of these fan bases and watch, or stay home and watch from your television. You can cheer them from wherever you are. It doesn't have to be in the stadium without a ticket, right? So let's hope for the best on Sunday. Even as Kenya faces Zambia, we hope for 3 points because mbele tunaona success. All right, we wrap it up at that point tonight. Thank you for watching. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. Good night. Blessed weekend ahead.